Hi, how's everyone's week going? I hope everyone's week's going well so far. We're in the heat of summer. Uh, now that we're kind of in and out. As you know, we're focusing on recipes from different Native American tribes, or just kind of ones that you see, even if there's little variance between different tribes. This week, today, it's the entree of the week. It's Poyha, which is kind of like a mix between kind of like cornbread and meatloaf. And looking that up, you see how kind of variations of it different places. You saw kind of more stuff that was more similar to just meatloaf or just cornbread in various tribes as well, which makes sense given corn's kind of prevalence in a lot of the southeastern and prairie states, that they would put it to, different tribes would put it to use. Poyha is most commonly associated with the Cherokee tribe. They were originally in like what's now the Carolinas, Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama. Due to their forced removal, they were primarily relocated in the Oklahoma area, Trail of Tears and everything. They're still an active tribe, though obviously a lot smaller than they would have been before that heinous crime was committed. But this is a dish that's primarily attributed to them. Some of the stuff they would have typically used like deer meat, because that's a common animal. It's not quite the right hunting season for it. I'm sure I could find, like if I really had to, like really researched. But a common kind of substitute now is either ground chicken or ground turkey. Also bison. Randomly, beef was not mentioned in like the handful of ones I kind of looked at. I don't know why it wouldn't be, because if you're using bison, I would have thought beef too. But I went with ground chicken because that's the one where I could find for sure the ingredients that went with kind of that more adapted version that is used by some active members of the Cherokee tribe today. So let's get to it. It's time for another episode of Cooking with Kaitlin. That's me. Enjoy. All right. So we're going to start. We've got 2 cups of grapes. We're supposed to basically just process them till they are done. It's going to be loud. Oh, 1 sec. All right, so we're going to get out that, make sure, still going to be some chunks. Just kind of making sure most of them are gone. Trying to just pour off most of it and then let the bigger bits get chopped once more. Just a few really, so I might not have to. I might combine them with the next thing. Fortunately, grapes are pretty darn soft. And a decidedly different thing, but all the each version had, if it wasn't grapes, it was some kind of berry that went in there. It's a good moisture add in, so get that, and the flavor will be different. All right, we're gonna finish that off. Check back when I'm done getting the grapes done. All right, the next thing we are pulverizing is going to be a can of drained corn. Again, it will be loud. Actually, while we're got was a tablespoon of chopped onions that I filled just enough water to kind of help rehydrate them. Doing that in there, it's just to eliminate some space Actually, while I'm finishing this up, I'm going to also start now the chicken. Got 2 pounds of ground chicken over here. We're just lightly browning, so I've got it on a lower heat setting. But that way, be ready to just drain and mix in when I'm done with these guys. All right. Alrighty. So just getting all that in there. Corn. Got one more thing to send through there. All right. Oh, and also just stuff that I'm going to get in there. I've got 3 eggs. Then here's 1 cup of cornmeal. We need 1/4 cup more. So I'm just going to get that poured and put in there. So that'll be good. All right. Oh. Give my chicken kind of a look-see. Should be done pulverizing things soon so I can move you guys around to see the chicken as it cooks up. But it's just gonna, again, not cooking, we're just lightly browning it because it will cook in the oven. Once I realize, I'm gonna move this out of the way just a second while we're getting stuff done so I don't knock it over. But we've got 1 green bell pepper. We're gonna put on in there. Yep, and been preheating the oven to 350. So you might hear that beep a little bit. There we go. Sorry, just getting the middle of it out. Okay. Just didn't want it to keep going. All right, get that in there. Probably have to split up doing it. Again, it will be loud. Keep going. All right. Pause. Well, and let me kind of lightly stir up the chicken. It's almost done browning just a bit, so I'll show you guys that. So then I'm just going to drain it and we'll add it into our mixture. I'm just going to let that go another minute. I'll bring you back then. All right. So we're seeing it's lightly browning because it's still going to cook in there. So now I'm just going to be putting it and draining it for just a second, and then we will mix everything all together. 1 sec. All right, so got all that in there. Got 3 pieces of bacon. We've already cooked. It's cooked up a huge batch of it earlier. Just crumbling on into this. Be good. I need to wash my hands before I do anything else. One sec. Sorry. And it's too greasy to pause. And I'm gonna add in some garlic. A couple teaspoons worth. And then salt, kind of to taste, and pepper to taste as well. I forgot the other thing you can add to taste. One sec. Some paprika, just kind of tapping some paprika in there. Because why not? We're going to bring back our chicken that has drained. All right. We're just gonna mix everything all up. All right. I'm gonna get our pan. One sec. All right. We've greased our dish. Pouring it all in. It can take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes to cook according to the instructions. So we're just gonna be checking on it to see. Put it in the oven. We'll check back later when it's done. So we did about 55 minutes. Now it's all done. So it's gonna let it cool and then serve. Bon appetit. See